Welcome to an episode of You Haven't Read What? I'm Krista.
And I'm Christina. Join us to explore unique genres, childhood favorites, and literary classics as we dive into each other's favorite reads.
Where one of us is very familiar with the book, the other is reading for the very first time. Let's go!
Hello. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. I'm surviving.
I know. It's weird that both of our husbands are gone at the same exact time, and then we have IT problems.
I know. So it's so late now.
I know, right?
Okay. We'll survive.
Right, exactly. It's only a little bit longer, so.
But yes, this is why we're remote tonight, is because it's illegal for me to leave the house with the kids.
Mine too. I mean, can't I leave her with Olive? You know,
in dog years, I don't think he's old enough. At least my dogs are old enough in dog years.
That's true. That's true. Mine definitely are not.
I don't know where my cat dog is. She's somewhere out there. Lolly's somewhere out there, but R2's at my feet.
That's funny. Olive is laying on my bed. So I was like, whatever.
Calm.
She's kind of had a down day today. So not a lot of running around and whatnot. It's been a down day.
R2's crated when we're not here. So he had a long day in the crate.
Yeah.
So I came home from work a little after lunch. I could finish my last 2 hours, but then we had to run off to get one kid from the bus, get the other one from daycare.
Right.
And then they talked me into going out to dinner and they decided Olive Garden. I didn't complain.
Right. Exactly. Their breadsticks are so good.
That's, too many of those.
And I'm sure Thing One probably loved the fact that they have a lot of salad and kind of options.
Yes. She steals the salad. She eats the breadsticks. And by the time our waiter came over and asked how the first couple bites were, her plate was gone.
That's hilarious.
Her last bite was good too.
Right. Her first and last. So funny.
All right. Now that we're dutifully sidetracked.
Right. Let's get going. We've got a lot to talk about tonight.
We do. So last week welcome Harry Potter in the
Order of the Phoenix.
I flipped to the front of the book.
Right.
Oh, okay. Single parenting, not my thing. Last week we did chapters 13, 14, and 15, Detention with Dolores, Percy and Padfoot, and the Hogwarts High Inquisitor. So this week we have 3 chapters, 16, 17, and 18. 16 is In the Hog's Head. 17 is Educational Degree number 24. And 18 is Dumbledore's Army, which you were very excited about last week. And
I know. And I was completely wrong.
Oh, no.
I was completely wrong, but we'll get there.
I'm excited. Let's get into this.
Right.
So over chapter 16, my easy summary is secret meeting in the Hog's Head. And everybody is in.
Right.
An easy summary.
I totally read the very first sentence wrong. I read it as 2 days instead of 2 weeks with Hermione. And so I was like, oh, that's a lot that happened in 2 days. And it was not. I had to reread that because I was just like, that makes no sense. And then I was like, I think I missed a couple of days in there somewhere. Sure enough, I did. A whole week and a half.
A whole fortnight.
Right. Well, I think that's why I was like, why is he talking about a fortnight in 2 days? It makes no sense because I read a lot of, historical romance and they talk in that way, like fortnights and all that. And so I was really confused how that happened in 2 days. So I went back and reread it.
That makes sense. But along that note, it was very smart of Hermione to leave him alone.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
This is so clearly showing how well they know each other.
Yep.
And all 3 of them. But
I just had an epiphany about his dreams.
Ooh, we'll get to that. Because I asked you again. So we'll come back to that.
Okay. Because I literally just had an epiphany about it.
Write it down so you don't forget.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Okay. Anyways.
But despite knowing him so well, I also feel really bad that Ron and Hermione are walking on eggshells around Harry.
Dude, his anger is like, just like he says, it's simmering. It's right below the surface.
Yeah. He's just very angry right now.
Yep.
So Hermione has a pen pal.
Yes, Victor. I was so excited when she mentions him, and it's like Victor doesn't even know some of the things that he knows, and Ron just is like, "Wait, what? What?" Like,
jealous. Simmer down.
Which is so funny because then he gets jealous of his sister later on, and it's just hilarious to me. I'm like, dude, settle down.
All the girls in his life are on a different level, and he doesn't know what to do with it.
Well, and he doesn't even realize Harry's on a different level too. Like with Cho. Like,
also true.
He doesn't even, it just is like no phase for him.
It's cute. But we still have Crumb around. Nice callback.
Yes.
And all that. Okay. So we get to Hogshead.
Yes.
And
lovely place.
Charming. Hermione says, I picked here. There's less people around. Nobody can eavesdrop, blah, blah, blah. That backfired. We'll come back to that.
Yep.
But she makes a comment about how pissed Umbridge would be if she walked in and just saw this group sitting there. And I was like, how pissed would she be?
Well, I mean, that's going to, like, all these kids are just going to be hanging out, essentially. So if, like, Umbridge just walks into this random pub, like, it's just like going to the Three Broomsticks. You know, it's just another pub. It's another place to sit and hang.
Because of the group, it's suspicious as hell.
I don't know if it would, because, like, it's just a bunch of random people. Like, a lot of them are fifth years. There are some 4 and some 6th and 7th.
Twins are 6.
Twins are 7, right? They're doing their newt this year.
In Hogwarts in the next book.
Okay. So they're 6. Cho is 6.
Yep.
So there's no 7s, except is Angelina 7 or is she 6 as well?
Ooh. I think she's the same year as the twins, but
okay.
I'd have to double check
so
that.
then she'd be 6 too. But
and
either
I said Ginny's 3. I meant Ginny's 4.
Yeah, Ginny is just behind them by 2. But it's one of those things where it's kind of,
she's behind Harry and Ron and Hermione by 1 year.
Oh.
Because Chamber of Secrets is book 2.
That's right. 4. Okay. But it's just a group of friends. Like, if you really think about it and you look at it, like, you've got the twins' friends. You've got Cho and her friend. You've got Ginny, who is related to a bunch of the kids there, and her friends. Like, it's a bunch of friends hanging out, I think.
I guess it only gets weird when Hermione has a piece of paper with all their names.
Exactly, which is totally going to disappear somehow. I just know it because it's just like Neville's passwords. You know, like, I totally know that this piece of paper is somehow going to disappear. So she jinxed it. Sneaky Hermione.
Yeah, I did a little underlining of who all came, but I think you just named everybody basically.
Yeah, so we've got Lavender and Parvati, or not Parvati. That's not her first name, right? Or is that Patel?
Patel's her last name.
Okay, Patel's their last name. Okay, Parvati and her twin.
Yeah, Parvati and Padma.
Yep.
Neville, Dean, Lavender. Cho, girlfriend.
And her friend, who we learn later is Matilda or Meth.
Yeah.
Starts with the name.
Una, Katie, Alicia, Angelina, Colin, Dennis. We forgot the Creevy brothers.
Yep.
Me, Justin, Flinchley, Hannah, and a Hufflepuff girl. Harry did know 3 Ravenclaw boys. Ginny. Harry recognized somebody from the Quidditch team. Friend George Lee. So we're up to, 25?
Yeah.
I think they give us a count
There's
later.
25 of them because Fred or George, one of the twins, orders 25 butterbeers. But with the 3 of them...
Trio already have theirs.
Yep. With the 3 of them, there's 28 of them total.
Yeah. And this whole meeting, Hermione starts very nervous, but she does an extremely good job keeping people on track.
Right.
Like the wheels come off the cart a little bit, but she knows what she's there for. And she, as one of his best friends, is not going to let this group ambush Harry.
Right. And I think she does a pretty good job of that. But in all reality, Harry's the one that mostly stands up for himself. Like, if you don't believe me, I've said my piece. Go away.
Yeah. Well, you do Hermione tries to do it with an agenda. She tries to keep it on. Harry then stands up for himself. And then Ron and his brothers threaten him.
Right. Exactly. Zacharias.
Zacharias. Whatever. Yeah. Also, when he's going through everything that he's done, when he mentions and he killed a basilisk in his second year with a sword in Dumbledore's office, and Justin Flinchley is the one that goes, oh, I was like, did nobody ever tell you what happened after you were petrified?
Right. No, it almost is kind of like, no, not at all.
Like, did you never ask what petrified you and if it's dead?
Yeah, for sure.
It's questions. It was funny to me that Justin's the one that reacts to that.
Right.
I was like, Justin and Ginny, you two should know what happened.
Right, for sure. And
everyone,
I'm sure Ginny knows, but like, I don't know for sure.
Old. I cannot remember if Dumbledore had her escorted out of McGonagall's office before or after Harry told them everything.
Yeah.
Don't remember.
But I would think that she would know because of Ron or the twins.
No, that's serious, but
yeah. But at the same time, like when they're going through that list, I'm like, he's like playing it down. Yeah. But at the same time, he's like trying to puff himself up a little bit. And he's like, well, yeah, I guess.
Between wanting to downplay it for the group and look like badass for Cho.
Exactly.
Which is kind of and very teenager.
And the fact that Cho stands up for him on more than one occasion throughout. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah. So they kind of go through everything. Everyone kind of agrees this is a good idea so long as they don't interfere with Quidditch.
Right.
Which is just funny.
Angelina.
Angelina and the Hufflepuff.
Yeah, but it was mostly Angelina that was just like, don't forget
She's
the
also
Quidditch.
captain, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Hermione, when she pulls out the form, she hesitates for a moment and then makes sure she says everyone is agreeing not to tell Umbridge. And then they all sign it.
Yes. So did she already put the jinx on, or was she putting the jinx on during that moment?
She had already done it.
Okay. So then she had to make sure that they were agreeing to the jinx so that they...
So she's a little vague here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Again, we saw it with Rita Skeeter in the last book. Hermione's got a Slytherin side, and
yep, for sure.
It comes out real nice.
I mean, she definitely got a little bit like, okay, I know I'm going to do something wrong, but I'm going to do it anyways because I don't want it getting out. And she only specifically talks about them saying like they can't talk about it to Umbridge, but they also can't really talk about it to anyone else. However, Luna talks about her dad later and things like that. So I almost wonder if that's more from previous conversations with her dad, not necessarily him knowing that what she's doing now kind of a thing.
I think so.
Yeah.
But yes, let's just say we will find out later what hex was put on this, or what curse, jinx, whatever was put on this paper.
Well, we know it's acne. Like it's really bad acne.
Yeah, we'll know more about it later.
Okay.
And reading this sentence, I can see like Hermione's shoulder angels fighting with each other.
Right.
Of like the little Gryffindor angel on one side being like, hey, you need to tell them they're signing a contract, and and the little devil on Slytherin on this other side being like,
no,
just, maybe mention they shouldn't tell anybody and don't ask questions.
Right? Exactly. Exactly.
Fantastic little shoulder angels. And I mean, she technically does tell them. She doesn't tell them it's jinxed, but
right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they are agreeing to it.
Nope.
Yeah. So her and Luna.
Oh my God.
Like, what is the deal? I love how Luna calls her out though. And is like, just because you have to, and then who is it that, I think it was Harry who like interrupts and is like, weren't we,
okay,
talking about
stop the cat fight.
Right.
And yeah, well, it's funny, those two going at each other because Hermione's all book. She wants facts and facts alone. Luna's obviously has a father who writes opinion articles and blah, 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 and is a little more whimsical on things.
Right.
And what's really funny that we'll find over time is the truth is kind of in the middle of them.
Okay. Yeah.
Because that's even like whatever, let's go back to the beginning of the book, whatever these horses are that Harry could see, like maybe that's something Luna's arguing here.
Right.
And like Hermione would have no idea. She didn't see them.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I mean,
it's really fun.
Luna talks about the heliopaths heliopaths.
I did not look up if that was a real thing.
I didn't either, but I was like, is it real? But I definitely didn't think that's the direction she was going to talk. I thought she was going to go more towards like the Dementors or like the Ministry or something. Like that is who is behind like the army of Fudge. But because like in reality, you have to think there's a ton of people in the Ministry that are on Fudge's side. And so they're basically Fudge's army. So when she talks about these heliopaths, I'm just like, huh? That was not where I was thinking we were going.
Yeah. No, that doesn't ring a bell. I'm going to guess those aren't real. Those aren't actually a thing.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But they light things on fire everywhere they go or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. Sounds fun.
Yeah, fair. Let me Google this real quick.
Do we know what house Umbridge is in?
Oh. PAT. Everything that says supposedly.
Okay.
But it doesn't say if it's actually, hold on, here we go. You're cool. Yeah, everything is supposedly. That's really funny.
Are they supposedly just different ones or is there one specific? Because I'm leaning towards Ravenclaw.
I could absolutely see it. Okay, so yeah, it just says it's one of many magical creatures Luna Lovegood claimed to exist, but is not documented anywhere else.
Okay.
What house was Umbridge? UMB Virgin. Yeah, Slytherin.
I can see that too. I was definitely thinking Ravenclaw just because of how methodical she is in that way. But I can also see Slytherin. She's underhanded.
Is her head of house. We will meet in the next book. And he found her idiotic.
Okay.
Which is slightly funny.
That is funny. Okay, ready for the next chapter? Or are we going to talk about Ron and Ginny again? Because Ron makes me laugh.
Hermione's shipping Cho and Harry is pretty cute.
Oh, yes. When Ron is like arguing with himself over Ginny, and then she just like is like, so what about Cho?
Ron is doing with Ginny what Tim does to his littlest brother.
Right, exactly.
Still 7 and living at home, right?
Right.
20-something with a career. Like Tim's like, no.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was the same when he the littlest sibling graduates or moves up or whatever, all of a sudden starts dating, gets a driver's license, whatever. It's like, no, you're still this little tiny little wobbly thing
Right.
around the house. Like,
Yeah.
it's cute, but yeah. All right. Chapter 17. Educational decree number 24.
Yeah.
My summary. No more clubs or teens. Hedwig is hurt. And Sirius is almost caught. Ba-ba-bum.
I totally thought someone talked, but we learned nobody has talked, technically.
Nobody who signed the paper talked.
Right. So trying to figure out who talked is going to be like, we already know that somebody from the ministry, from the order was in the pub. So it's very possible somebody from the ministry was also in the pub, or somebody from Hogwarts or whatever. So, but yeah, I was like, when it said no teams or clubs or anything, I was like, and Quidditch? But then we find out that Quidditch is part of this and they are canceled.
They have to slowly earn it back, which I made this note later, but close enough. Slytherin Quidditch gets an immediate, and like everyone else has to wait. I'm like,
I don't
what
think
is the point of that if you don't have anybody else to play?
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't know that everybody else had to wait. We don't ever hear about Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff. We just know that Gryffindor had to wait until McGonagall got involved. So it's one of those, we don't know it necessarily, but it's not surprising now that we know that she's a Slytherin that she allowed them just to have the... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But... I was going to say something. Nope. I don't remember.
Girls can go in the boys' dormitory, but boys can't go in the girls because they're, quote, less trustworthy.
I mean, it's very old fashioned, just like Hermione said.
It's very old fashioned. That's a red flag.
But I totally dig the fact that it becomes a slide. Sorry.
Yeah,
I think that's
awesome. I just wish both staircases did it.
I know, right? But you have to think that the castle was
very old.
Erupted, whatever you want to call it. Charmed, magical, magically built back in a very, very, very long time ago. So, and you have to also think that when there's a problem, the girls are always to blame. So
this also, I'm sure I scanned by this when I was a kid reading it. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny, whatever. I think I probably blew by that's old fashioned. This theory, this idea just made me sick because of the author's more recent convictions.
Oh, yes.
That is her biggest anti-trans stand, is men will just become trans women so that they can take advantage and hurt women in women's bathrooms. So we got to keep them out.
Right.
Statistically is a load of
bullshit. Yeah.
But yeah. And so reading this was like, oh.
Which is interesting because that's not her stance when she read the books. Or at least that was, or not read, but wrote the books.
Wrote them.
Or at least that wasn't public knowledge stance.
It definitely wasn't. No, this all came out late 2019.
Right. So.
Made her opinions public.
Yeah.
But yeah, that read differently now. I was like, God damn it.
Yep, definitely. But just the fact that the two girls came down the slide after Ron came disheveled down and was like, who tried to get up? I just found that really funny. And the way that they play it off and everything made it just more like
kid appropriate.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
but
sure.
definitely reads. It doesn't. What do they call it? It doesn't age well. Like they.
In so many ways.
Right. I mean, they do that with like James Bond and other shows and stuff like that. Like Leave It to Beaver. Yeah. I'm sure there's things in them that are like, oh, that didn't age well.
Yeah.
So
that's one of those. Yeah, not okay. So the Gryffindor Quidditch team is entirely reliant on Harry keeping his attitude in check, his fury in check with Umbridge. Is this gonna go well?
See, okay, I think that is not necessarily true. I think that's the fear for Angelina. And I think that's literally everybody's fear as well. But I also think Harry's on the right where she's just messing with them. And she's eventually just going to probably say yes, because it wouldn't be cool for her to not, especially in a school like this. But I do honestly think that she's getting her kicks by messing with the team.
Trying to get my mic in the right spot. It keeps moving slightly. It's driving me nuts. All right. I then wrote, not Hedwig.
I know.
I quoted that I've never actually seen this movie, but everyone knows that little gif of from the movie Taken.
Oh.
That's the I will find you. Like that's me with whoever heard Hedwig.
Right.
I will find you.
Well, and so before we got to getting Hedwig, like his secrecy spy kid style way of going and getting Hedwig, where he's like scrunched down and he's like, ooh, in between and all this stuff. They were talking about how Harry couldn't pay attention to Ben's talking about the giant wars. And I was like, why are we not paying attention to the giant wars when we have a giant friend who is currently not back?
Subtly sips tea.
I know, right? I'm like so angry that he was not paying attention. You know, Hermione was so cool. But like, why are we not paying attention? Because I'm sure there's something that was said that Harry's going to be like, oh, we should know that.
Uh-huh.
Like, come on. And then he goes off and gets Hedwig and then notices the wing. And I love how Ben's is like, off to the hospital wing, Perkins. I'm like, who the hell is Perkins?
No idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So now we get a fired up Neville.
First we get a McGonagall with her cryption. So we get Harry taking Hedwig to Grubbly Plank and McGonagall going, hey, we need your letter, Harry, like get the letter off of Hedwig's leg. And McGonagall goes, communication is being watched, which is an interesting cryption because like they already know this, like the kids do. But I don't think until later they realize how much it's actually being watched.
I'm also wondering how many other owls were injured in the watching of these letters.
Right.
Because you can bet it's not just Hedwig. It's not just things going to Harry. You can bet any owl going to any of the Weasleys, going to like probably Dumbledore and McGonagall.
Right. And we haven't heard anything about Pigwidgeon in this book yet. So we don't know what's going on with him. So
or is Hedwig just loyal enough to be the one that fights back?
Right.
I'm not letting you see this letter.
Right. Well, we already know that Hedwig is the kind of bird that bites and pecks until somebody bleeds when when Harry tells them to or tells her to. So
that's funny. It's accurate.
Yeah. Okay, so Neville. I'm like, Malfoy, can you not just keep your mouth shut for once? And I almost wonder again, does Malfoy actually know Neville's like family's history? with this because like Harry only knows because Dumbledore, and he made a promise to keep it a secret. But does Malfoy know?
R2's running and barking in his sleep right now. It's really cute.
Nice.
It's like, what the hell is that sound? In this particular case, I don't think Malfoy knows. But that's a good question. Is this just another knife he can twist?
Right. And it's like throughout this whole book, we know that he obviously knows things. We're starting to see that with him, or at least we assume, which we all know what assume means, but we assume that Malfoy knows certain things. Is he just being a jackwagon here, or is he like, does he know? Like, part of me doesn't, like I said, like you said, like, I don't think he totally knows because it's not something well known. However, his dad is a Death Eater, and his dad would know what happened to people that were fighting against them. So in that case, you would think, well, you've got Longbottom at your school.
And without ruining too much in the future. Oh, wait, no, we've already talked about this. So this is actually technically in the past. We know Sirius is related to the Malfoys.
Yes.
And Sirius is related to Bellatrix Lestrange.
Yes.
Who was the crazy screaming lady in the Pensieve who tortured people's parents.
Yes.
So technically, Bellatrix and the Malfoys are also related.
Yes.
So yeah, there's actually a pretty high chance Malfoy Draco knows now that I'm saying that out loud.
Because it's
into those family ties later, but then I realized we'd already
gone through that when we talk about that family canvas thing.
Where Sirius was like burned off of it.
Yep. But yeah, it's one of those things because it would be really weird to bring up that hospital in this conversation with Malfoy just being jerk.
It's true.
And so I'm kind of, and then for the Snape to be like 10 points from Potter or from Gryffindor because Potter and Neville or Longbottom and Weasley can't stop fighting. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, for sure. But Umbridge versus Snape. The knockout round we've all been waiting for.
Right. I thought it was going to be more spectacular than McGonagall. I would say they're both kind of on par with each other on
spectacular in their own ways. Because in some ways you expect Umbridge to let them off easy.
You would think so. No. Probably because of the whole Dumbledore connection, I would assume is why Umbridge isn't doing it. I'm going to go with that. That's probably why. But like, she gets all up in his grill about why he hasn't been the dark arts teacher. And I'm just like, we know, I think, why. However, like, I think he knows why. What?
Do you know why? What is your guess why he's never been dark arts?
Is because he's a Death Eater.
Oh, okay, fair.
And putting him in that position is just like putting an alcoholic in a bar. Like, sure. It's not an okay situation.
Good analogy.
So that's at least my opinion.
I just like rereading this. So obviously we haven't watched the fifth movie yet.
No.
But you get this conversation in the movie and the way Umbridge just being like, and clearly you failed to get the position over and over. And he does this slow, obviously. And Alan does it so good and so slow and stoic. That's reading it. My brain was just like, obviously.
That's so funny.
Oh, great.
So
you're like, yeah, dumbass.
Right. So why shouldn't the strengthening solution not be taught? I do not understand this.
The only thing I can think is because it's everything she is against. It is against arming students. So to make something stronger, you're kind of arming them. Or imagine, as we just talked about the giants, what if the giants are on your side and you give them something that makes them even stronger and more terrible?
Now I get it. Okay.
The most passive, non-existent, this potion cures hiccups type of stuff.
Yeah.
She wants nothing that can be used in defense or as a weapon.
Which, like, part of me understands. I kind of get it. However, we can't bubble wrap the world. Like, it just doesn't work that way.
Oh, she doesn't want a bubble wrap. She doesn't want her enemy stronger than her.
Well, she wants her enemy stronger than her because, like, she knows what
she doesn't want. In the fear that Dumbledore has this secret army that's about to stand up to the Ministry, she wants them as passive and unarmed as possible.
Right, that one. Okay, that enemy. I was thinking Death Eaters / Voldemort.
No, they don't exist. You're not arming yourselves against them. There's no point. The only reason to arm yourselves is to come after me and my minister.
Boss. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
There's no other reason to be doing anything offensive or defensive.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Trelawney.
Oh, Trelawney. Oh, Trelawney. I got nothing for you, honey.
I read that and I was just like, oh, man.
Don't mention that woman's name in this classroom. Like, ooh.
Right. I just was like, oh, she got her assessment back and was not happy. She's on probation, which is interesting because I guess she could be used as a weapon. I don't know. But yeah.
I think she's legitimately on probation for being incompetent.
Probably, which kind of makes sense in some way. But again, you're in the mind of a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, whatever he is. So, like, we're literally, like, he thinks she's incompetent. She might not totally be incompetent. And we do know that she does see certain things that are truth.
He's heard her. He has heard her. There we go. Say something, give a extremely legitimate
truth.
Premonition?
Yep.
Reading?
Seeing.
Whatever.
Yeah. The eye.
I'm refilling my tea. Yeah. Would you take a puking pestle to get out of class?
No.
It sounds terrible.
I hate puking.
So do I.
Like, the entire time I was pregnant, I was constantly nauseous. However, I never puked. There's something with me. I can't do it.
Thank God I was never nauseous with either kid, which tracks for a girl. It does not track for a boy.
Yeah.
Which is why we didn't find out that thing two was a boy. But all the family was convinced he was going to be a girl because I had no sickness and I wasn't nauseous at all.
Yeah.
Oh, well, clearly you're having another girl. I'm like, man.
Yeah. And then I was completely nauseous and I had a girl. So, yeah.
One of those old wives' tales that only takes you so far.
I know, right?
Medics play too. What do you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was like, hard pass. Hard pass.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I do not. It's the worst thing ever when you have to get sick like that. And it's like, I obviously I don't like being nauseous. However, I've never been able to like force myself either. So it's one of those just like, no.
So we get serious.
Yep.
Tells Hermione she's no good at this stuff and she has a lot to learn.
Yep. I mean, she's not a spy, and she's a kid. So, yeah.
I was like, when you read the previous chapter, did you think her plan was a bad plan?
I mean, I thought it was an interesting plan. I didn't think it was bad or good either way. It wasn't one of those, this is going to totally work out. I thought it was definitely not going to work out. I definitely thought there was going to be somebody overhearing. I didn't know who. I still think there's more people that overheard.
Yeah. Harry's still being watched.
Yep.
And Mundungus was hiding as the witch in the corner.
Right. Weird.
Pretty awesome. Ron, the minute he heard his mom was on duty, he was immediately like, what does that mean? Like, he's worried.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I think it's funny, though, that he goes, first off, I must tell you about what your mother, Molly, said. Da, 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 da. And now I can't force Harry and Hermione to do da, 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 da.
Which then I flipped it. I was like, oh, Molly's really worried about Ron.
Well, I said she's really worried about the kids and dark arts. But again, why is she in favor of the kids not learning to defend themselves? Like, it's almost like she agrees with Umbridge and not allowing them to defend themselves. They have to learn certain things in order to be able to pass their owls. Like, you want them to pass their owls. Like,
I think, again, I've already kind of spoiled. Molly lost some family in the last Wizarding War.
Yep.
I think she is terrified to have now all of her kids out of the nest. Already emotionally, physically kind of lost one.
True.
And I think she is just begging. She can't control the twins and she knows it.
Right.
So she is just begging Ron to keep his head down and just survive the year.
Right.
Hoping that Ginny will follow suit.
Don't rock the boat.
Yeah, just keep your head down. When it's time, you're of age or whatever to fight, we will then teach you all of this.
Right, but that's going to be too late if you ask me.
Yeah.
It's one of those catch-22s where, like, how early is too early? How late is too late?
100%. Yeah, it's definitely one of those that neither is wrong and neither is right.
Right.
And, without Trelawney's crystal ball, like, there's no way of knowing.
Yeah.
If Molly had a crystal ball, she'd probably be all for this club.
Probably.
She's just scared and she doesn't know what's coming.
She's a mom. Yep.
She's do well. It makes me emotional.
Yeah. So I wrote, like, so when Sirius is like, oh, you could go here, you could go there. I was like, the Shrieking Shack would have been really cool to, like, meet at, but
I agree. It's kind of small and hard to get to.
Yeah, for sure.
Go by the Whomping Willow once a week.
But how long was Umbridge watching?
That's a question.
Because she obviously, like, was going to try and get him. But, like, what was he staring at in the wall? I just was really confused by that.
You could see from his peripheral, he could see something coming. He didn't know who. It was basically like a two-way call, and you hear the click that, like, somebody else has joined the call.
Oh, yeah.
Who was that?
Right.
So yeah. Just he, for somehow, I don't even fully understand these talking fireplaces work.
Right.
He knew someone was coming.
Yeah, for sure. And then for the hand to still be there, like, ew, like, that's creepy. So freaking creepy.
Yeah.
No, thank you. That would give me nightmares. Literal.
But all right. Chapter 18.
Woohoo.
Dumbledore's Army. I didn't need to look at the name of that chapter. My summary is hello, room of requirement. Yay. And first meeting success.
Yes.
Umbridge. Fucker. There's a special place in hell for anybody who hurts that bird.
I know, right?
The wee bird.
What was I going to say? Oh, Hermione is having cold feet.
Yeah, so this whole conversation, her cold feet are because Sirius is all in. In that whole conversation, there is no mention of Molly's warning.
Right.
Which is a little odd to me.
Yep, for sure.
They all just kind of wrote that off.
It kind of sounds like it, yes.
Just a little odd.
Yeah.
I feel like Hermione would have heard that differently and at least taken it into account. But even she brushed it off.
Yeah, I think she really believes that learning dark arts is for the best.
Important.
And while you can have cold feet, which is normal, I also think that deep down she knows that this is the right thing to do, even though like she's the one that made the group.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yawning.
I said it's late.
Yeah.
Oh, twins. Oh, sweet twins.
Yes.
Tell that you can't sit on a broomstick.
So, okay. So first off, I think it's funny to put that charm on their face. But yeah, like having boils or pus spots, whatever you want to call them, on your underside.
I hope everyone's eating dinner, breakfast, or lunch. I am sorry, but nah.
It's like, why? Like,
and it just keeps being mentioned.
Right. And then they get off of the broom, like they get on the broom, they do their hour of horrible practice. They get off the broom. I think mine popped. I think mine didn't. They're getting worse and bigger. Yum. It makes me clench. You know? Yeah.
Yep. Everything about it. I'm like, this is why you tested yourself and not poor innocent first years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they tested everything on themselves first throughout the stuff, except for Dursley.
Yeah. Now you got me yawning. So I have to make a little bit of a joke here. Harry knows Voldemort's angry.
Yeah.
Is this new mood ring?
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
Like whatever Harry feels is when he turns blue, he's sad. He turns purple, he's happy. Like,
could you imagine if Harry's scar like changed colors for every Voldemort mood? Like he's green with envy. Yes. He's purple because he's choking to death. He can't get his hair. His
please,
hair.
thank you. Say purple.
Right? But like, dang.
That's amazing.
And I find it interesting that it's not really his voice that he is noticing. So whose voice is he hearing? Or not hearing, but like...
Yeah.
Vocalizing, but not vocalizing at the same time because others think it's Harry talking, but he is like, I didn't even know that was going to come out of my mouth. And it didn't even sound like me.
Yep.
So,
yep.
I don't know. I'm just like, okay. So he has known that he's been angry, really, really, really angry twice now, and happy on another occasion.
Mm-hmm.
But happy in his belly is a little weird to me.
Yeah. I think it's happy as in like success, not as in like somebody told me a good joke.
No, I totally get that. But like Harry brought it up again in this chapter going, I felt it in my stomach, like in my midsection.
Fair.
And that to me describes other things.
He's a different type of happy. What color is that?
Blue. Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, it's weird.
I think he means like in his gut.
Now I can't get it out of my brain. Ah.
They broke Christina. Good night, everyone.
Right? Ah.
So this is where the passageway dream comes back. So you had a moment about that when we started. So
I'm wondering, okay, so what is the room called? Because all I have written down is the come and go. And that just brings me back to Voldemort being blue in Harry's stomach.
Room of requirement.
Room of requirement. That sounds way better than the come and go, which
better than the
is
gas
a gas
station. Yes.
Only that one's spelled very disgustingly. Anyways, so the dream, I have a feeling, has to do with the room of requirement. Because it can be anything that you want it to be. And I have a feeling somebody's going to like trap him in this room of windowless door room. So yeah, your face says I'm wrong, but that's okay. We'll keep going. I know your face isn't going to tell me anything more.
I don't play poker for a reason.
Right.
But I like the thoughts though, because it shows either those who have read the whole thing go, oh, like what was I thinking at this point? And where's the author actually trying to lead you?
Right.
That where are these clues that are missing, which in this case, there's really not any. Or again, anybody who's reading it the first time with you could be like, oh no, I'm thinking of Gringotts. Like it throws out more options of this is where the author is trying to mislead you, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, for sure. And I didn't even think of the Gringotts thing until just now. I mean, you'd have to be on a roller coaster, not on an actual floor.
In theory, yeah.
For them.
And also, would Voldemort even be gutsy enough to be looking at for something past goblins?
I mean, probably, because goblins are angry with the Ministry. So
true. They don't love them.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's an interesting one too. Dobby. I love Dobby. He's been taking all of the knitted things for himself because nobody else is cleaning the Gryffindor Tower.
Mm-hmm.
Hermione, you cannot force people to believe what you believe.
And I'm going to go back to my movie for review. I'm okay with all this being left out.
Yeah.
Just makes me angry how she's not talking to anybody.
Yeah.
So,
but I do kind of wish I'd get to see Dobby with all of these hats on his head, because I totally just want to see if they like fall over when he does his bow, or if they stay, or how they're like fitted on, and like all of these things. I'm like,
Oh, so that is actually, if I can kind of hold this up this way and down.
Oh, it's a picture. Nice.
My chapter art.
I like it.
Little paper book that I wrote in. You can see my, if I hold it up right again, my F her with Dolores hurting Hedwig.
Right.
But yeah, I get a little graphic art of Dobby wearing all the hats, which is adorable.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, so we learn of the room of requirement. And clearly with my excitement, this is not the last time we're going to see this room.
Right, yeah.
And I said, wait, how did Harry get the map back?
Oh.
Fake Moody
Took it.
stole it from him.
Well, borrowed it. Got permission.
Stole it from him.
Got permission.
It was Barty Crouch Jr. And he stole it so that Harry wouldn't see Barty Crouch Jr. on the map.
Maybe he saw it in Moody's room, office space, and took it back.
I Googled it.
Okay.
I started talking to me. I forgot I have a Google Puck under this desk.
Nice.
Started talking.
Oh, Google. Yeah, I Googled it.
Yeah, so I looked it up.
Mhm.
Turns out the author fully admits this is a mistake she made. She meant to make a note in the fourth book that at the end, before he leaves, Harry stops by Moody's office or Barty Crouch Jr.'s office just to see everything one more time and take it all in without all the chaos happening.
Right.
And then nap. And she totally forgot to put that in.
Oh.
All of a sudden, that's in the next book, and she's like, "My bad."
That's funny. And
I
you
had to look it up.
think it would be caught by editors or something, like that's.
Or they never expected the book to come back or the map to come back.
That's true. That's true.
I wrote white. So yeah, I had to look it up because I was like, doesn't track.
No, for sure.
So this room is amazing. Bookcase, cushions,
Yep.
scopes, whistles that appear when you think about them.
Yep.
This is an awesome room.
It is an awesome room. And I kind of dig the fact that some of the fake Moody's stuff is in the room. Like it just appears.
I don't think it's his. I think it's copies of things that he had.
Oh,
Like there's the one sneakoscope out there.
right. Okay.
And the other things, I think it just
The fog glass. Yeah.
glass, yeah. I actually highlighted this. The proposed names for this defense group. I think they settle on a good one.
Yeah, they do definitely settle on a good one.
You start with the Anti-Umbridge League, the Ministry of Magic are Moronic Goons group. It's for the Defense Association is Cho, which is DA, and then Ginny goes to Dumbledore's Army, which is still DA.
Yep. I totally said, damn, Ginny for the kill on the name.
Yeah. Yeah. Well done, Ginny. Well done.
Yep, for sure.
Well done, Neville.
What?
He does Expelliarmus for the first time ever.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes.
Boy.
I mean,
You.
Harry's not paying attention, but yes, he does do it.
He's never done it before.
True.
It's what he needs. It's exactly like McGonagall said. You're just lacking in your
The confidence.
Your confidence. Yeah.
Yep, for sure. For sure. So a couple things that we did kind of skip over real quick. The quill did end up scarring his hand. He does have a faint scar. And the other one is the going back with the room and Harry still talking to Dobby about Dumbledore having used it in what, book 4 or book 3? He talks about going to the bathroom.
You couldn't find a bathroom.
Yeah. And the room just appeared with a bunch of toilets. So I think that's a cool little link back to that. Yeah.
And I definitely wrote that down when we read that book. I was like, ha, I know what this is.
That's funny. And then, so we do know Cho's friend's name, Marietta.
Yep.
And she does not like that Cho likes Harry at all.
Nope.
I don't understand the hatred on that, but
I think it's a few things. I think, first of all, I think it's honestly pettiness from last year of Cedric was your boyfriend. Cedric was the rightful Hogwarts champion. How dare you be interested in the wrong Hogwarts champion that, quote unquote, got Cedric killed.
right. Yeah. I can see that.
I think that's a piece of it. I think there could also be some two-sided jealousy of, one, really, you're going to go after the popular kid?
Right. Yeah.
Everyone wants to date Harry Potter. Like, we haven't seen that at all. But oh, of course, that's so stereotypical that you'd want to go after him.
Right.
It also may be a little bit of like, oh, he pays attention to you and not me.
Could be. Yeah, for sure.
All of the above. Yes, no.
Yeah.
Also know she was drugged to this group. So
my other weird question is Ernie. We've never really heard him before in any of the books. But then now we have him being like
He's hanging out a little bit more.
He's like popular, I'm assuming, or like,
Yeah, a little bit.
he's just a weird character, I feel. Like Cedric's now gone, so now we need somebody that is like Cedric, but not
Kind of.
Cedric.
Yeah. He's a new backfill character
Okay.
that's becoming more prominent.
Okay.
I mean, Lee Jordan is too.
Yeah, he's being named a lot more because he hangs out with the twins.
Yeah. Which really started in the last book, but you get the idea.
Yep, for sure.
So, hey, I need to talk about what we're doing next week.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like, put all my notes away.
Right.
All right. So, in line with, we should have been paying attention during the class about the Giant Wars.
Right.
Next week, Chapter 19, The Lion and the Serpent. Chapter 20, Hagrid's Tale. And Chapter 1, The Eye of the Snake.
Oh my goodness.
What's funny is I cannot tell you what The Lion and the Serpent and The Eye of the Snake are about. I know exactly what Hagrid's Tale is about. I do not remember the other two chapters at all.
They're fluff on the other sides of each other.
Maybe. It could be. I don't know.
Wow.
So, yeah, we get Hagrid back. Yay!
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Yep. Okay. Well, we're doing 3 chapters. Yeah. I know you read them out, and then I and instead of chapters,
as soon as I said Hagrid, your brain went bloop.
Yeah. And then as I'm writing the word chapter in my notebook so that I know what I'm doing, I'm writing my name instead.
Nice. I mean, okay. Yeah.
Right.
So we're going to do 3. Let me look real quick. We're going to do 3 chapters this time.
19, 20,
3 chapters, the one after that. Yeah. So we have, including next week, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more sets of 3 chapters. And then the rest of the book, we're down to 2.
Sweet. We're almost there. Well, we're halfway there.
Living on a prayer.
Right.
Halfway. There's my camera. There it is.
It's about halfway. Yeah.
Close. Pretty darn close.
I mean, mine says we're at, go to the most
Like
recent.
40.
I'm at 44%.
Close.
With that next first chapter of 19. So we're a little less than halfway. But okay. Well, we will see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Plus IT issues.
Oh my God, yes. Thanks for joining us for this episode. If you had fun, please follow, download, and review this podcast on your preferred listening platform.
If you're ready for the next chapter, join the spoiler-free conversation on our Facebook group. Search You Haven't Read What? The podcast.
Or on Instagram and YouTube for exclusive videos and behind-the-scenes content. Have a great week.
And we'll catch you on the next page.